All right. I am going to turn this lovely section over to Jackie P as we invite you today. G and P are here to bring you the final leader workshop session of June 2024. Oh my gosh, this signifies the year is half over. It's also almost time for NatCon. So we are super excited about mid-year review, mid-year reset, mid-year rediscover. So you're going to see us take you through two sections today. One, hot seat summer. We're going to be doing this all summer long. We're super excited about this. I'm going to have Jackie P review what she discovered from our top influencers and some hot tips from them. And then we're going to go to section two, which is resetting, rediscovering, and reigniting your before, during, and after sponsoring structure and system. And so we're just going to have some fun, and that's going to be a team effort. So without further ado, welcome everybody. Great to have you. So happy to be hitting summer. Hope you're out seeing lots of peeps and planning lots of festivals, tabletops. We just saw Mentori's beautiful signage, and just really getting out there and being loud and proud together. So without further ado, I'm flipping this switch right on over to P. So P, come on in and take it away.
He's right here. Hey, everybody. It's getting hot here in New York. I don't know if it's hot where you are, but it's hot where I am. And so that means that it's time to turn the lights on, y'all. And I was looking at all of our leaders and what kind of behaviors are happening on certain teams and who is influencing what. And I thought, what better to talk about than these super important benchmarks, I think, in our teams that help us to grow and help us to maintain our businesses while we grow. So these are some of our leader influencers that you see on the screen of folks who are walking the walk as they talk the talk, right? I am so excited because some of you are here and you've offered to share some of your best practices, some of the things that influence those VIPs, those sponsors, folks who order, and consultants who are selling a lot on teams. So without further ado, let me call some folks to the carpet. And since Mentori is so lovely, shared your banner, so I'm going to ask you to go first. Can you share with us, Mentori, how you influence folks on your team, your consultants on your team, to sell over $1,000 and what that looks like for the Rejoice District?
Sure. Yes. Most of my consultants know, as long as I've been a Jafra, my recipe is always have a frank list and always visit 3 appointments per week. So every Monday morning, they know I'm looking at that calendar. If I have an event, a personal appointment, or a visit, because if you're not in my calendar, trust me, you're going to receive a visit from me some kind of way. So it's easy to me because I'm more informal. I don't like to dress. I like to just put on a Jafra t-shirt and then I'm dressed in my uniform. So they know I've always set the standard for myself. And I know it varies depending on the person and what they have going on in their life. But for me, it's always 3 appointments, and that can vary. It can be to an office, a visit to a friend, over. I think it has a lot to do with my team being involved with each other. They know each other, and that makes a difference because I feel when someone joins Jafra, you have to quickly get them involved with other consultants, the company. And as you can see, my team, the Rejoice District, are on the calls, even some that I see here that's not even manager. But I believe in having supporting Jafra and everything that Jafra has to offer. So beginning with that, then on Tuesday nights when I have my own call, they share what they learn. They take notes. They share what they learn from being on Monday's marketing calls or Tuesday's call, and they share what they learn with the other consultants that were not available to be on earlier in the day. So when they share, it turns into this fun little exciting thing because they're doing the meeting and it's not myself. So I think it has a lot to do with the involvement. We do the recognition there, and they know they're recognized for $400 or more in sales. I have a drawing every end of the month. It's next Tuesday for those that have 400 or more in sales. And then my recognition, when it comes out once a month, the 1,000 plus is highlighted first, and they get 3 stars on their recognition. So if you want to be up, you want your recognition, you want to see your name up top, you want to have 1,000 or more in retail sales. Otherwise, you end up crowded field of 400 people, but still, you're still involved in a drawing. I did a fun little thing last week, which I do quite often. I had a scavenger hunt last week because when I actually work with consultants, actually with them, whether it's an appointment or an event, you find out, I find more things I need to train on. So I discovered, I said, well, let's do this. Last week, I said, we're going to have a scavenger hunt. I want to see how many products are actually opened and used by you that are Jafra items. So they went scrambling to their purse and their bathroom and everything to see who had the most items. I think Belinda, Cecilia wasn't on that cost. Otherwise, she would have won. She's on. It's always beat Cecilia. So I want to find out what products do they actually use so I can know what they're sharing with their customer base. Because if you use all these products yourself, and it was a lot, I mean, some of them went straight to the bathroom. They used this, that, and it was a wide variety of items. I said, now this is, since you know the product and use it, these are what you should be using and recommending to your other customers and your clients. So one thing that happened then was when being out in the vendor event with Bonnie this weekend and with Pat, I noticed that some of them weren't equipped to take payments the way they should. And I train on this too. Always be able to take every form of payment. I don't want you to ever miss a sale. Okay. And so when we get ready to place our orders online, you have all your cash and money available to use because the website is going to change. So one thing that a lot of them do, I'm moving all over the place, but I wanted to share with this. A lot of times we share what's on sale, what's the best buy, and we compare it to the next up and coming book. We'll do that next week. But they will call me, and a lot of you may not want to do this, but it is helpful when many of my consultants call me before they put their order in because they want to get the most for their money. They want to make sure you get the free shipping, and all the bells and whistles that comes with it. And they don't want to miss out on things. So when they call me to go through their order, say, this is what I'm getting, and I'll tell them the best way to purchase something. And no, you want to get a bundle. My thing is, we don't sell one product to anybody. It's always more than one product. So I said, you're going to buy a bundle. So you're going to upsell and be able to have products on hand when you do see people. So when they're talking to their customer, they have they know what to recommend because they use the product themselves. Plus, they know the best buy of what's happening on the sale books for the month. So anyway, after they ran all over their house to find everything they needed, I said, Carolyn just took her cell phone to her bathroom and said, this is what I use. And, she had found that you'd be surprised what all you have and that you can upsell to other customers and everything. So you need to have those on hand because cash and carry, I promise you, when I go to an appointment, I had 2 appointments, one this week and one last week. That was 2 of them actually wanted lipstick. So I said, don't worry, I'll be over, bring my makeup train case. Of course, when she got her lipstick that she wanted, there's always a sale. There's always a sale. I don't sell one item. When they say, oh, I like this and how much is it? Oh, it's 3 for $30. I don't care what the price actually is. It's always 3 for $30. Because they will automatically look for another shade. Okay. And I have it there on hand. And then when I go home and order, I replace any shade that I sold. And then we just had lip glosses on sale too. So you take advantage of those sales, those lip oils, the things that are on sale. So you shop smart so you can assist your customer with the best deal for them. So anyway, so after they had their little scavenger hunt, of course, the gift is always, for me, I give out $10 or $15 Amazon cards or gas cards. I love to give gas cards because your points at Speedy up here. So a lot of times they don't know I get them cheap, but I don't pay the whole price. But I give away gas cards and Amazon cards because that's where what we need most is we shop on Amazon and we
Yeah.
need to get around. So that was one thing that I noted. So I had a couple of winners. I think a couple of them tied. But anyway, and it also, I also happen to have a McDonald's gift card. I said, now who wants a McDonald's card? I don't know how I ended up getting that, but they had a pack of them for $10. So we had, I do a raffle for who was on any call. So anytime you see a call, you see the Joyce District a lot because they know I might be having a drawing for those that were not only on the call, but shared what they learned with others. So I had
Thank
a gift.
you.
I had a McDonald's gift card. So I said, who wants a gift card from McDonald's? I never given those out. I don't know how that happened. But I said, we all drink coffee or iced tea. So who wants the gift card? Well, we found out that they have an app. So they said, oh, yeah. Then the conversation went, oh, you can get free fries, get the app. And this. I said, now we're advertising for McDonald's. But anyway, so the conversation went a whole different way. So maybe I'll get more McDonald's gift card. But at any rate, let me get back to my notes. So one of the ways, I'll go back to my note. My point is to have inventory. Don't be afraid to have inventory because soon as I gave an example. I said, as soon as the one lady got her lipstick at her, I visited her, she got her lipstick. Of course, she bought more than one. Then she said, okay, now Father's Day is coming. I need a gift for Father's Day. Well, I'm driving a truck. My Denali truck has everything in it. When I drive my Mercedes, nothing's in there. But when I go to see a customer or doing a vendor event, I drive my Yukon Denali, and that thing is huge, like a Suburban. So everything is in there. So I'm expecting people to do more shopping when I visit them because they always do. She said, I got my lipstick. So what'd you got for Father's Day? So she went through the men's bag. She bought something for that. Then she said, now I need some more sea salt. I'll be out of that soon. So when you visit someone and have the inventory, they buy on the spot. Okay, that happened the week before with lipstick customer, makeup customer too, because people always buy. The more they see, the more they buy. Okay, and then also, like I said, working with your consultants, they will call me just to make sure. And a lot of you may not be willing to do that, but I am because they want to get the most for their money. They don't, I hate it when I see a consultant place an order for $275. Oh, I just can't stand it. No, you have to get 50%. And free shipping is at 1,000. Well, of course, it's at 452. It was, but it's at 1,000. So when they call me to help assist them with their order, I can help them select what they need and upsell themselves. Okay. So and go back to my notes here. Okay. Then also like I said, I do recognition at that point. That they earn gift cards and they consult me before their order. Many of them do, so because they want to make sure they get the most for their money. And remember, we do not sell one product at a time. It's always a sale, even because you buy low and you can pass on the same savings to your other to your customers. So then I say, last but not least, do what you love doing and make them, but I want you to get the most out of it. If you love doing personal one-on-ones, you love doing events, I just want to make sure you get the most out of what you're doing. So there we go.
I mean, it's a masterclass really in how to run a team, but like, I love that everything comes back to the core of the productivity is the team, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's
showing up
everything
together.
we do is a team effort. Yes.
Right.
Everything is a team effort.
So you can't even pull out like, okay, this is what I do to influence this, because it's all comes back to creating community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a masterclass, you guys.
They talk to each other. They're involved with you guys. They listen to Jafra. It all works. Everybody has to be plugged in somewhere, somehow.
Right. It's magical. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Like, everybody, round of applause for Mentori. Thank you so much. I feel like I learn 1,000 things every time you open your mouth. Yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's move to the next category. All right, we have sponsor influencers. And the folks that told me that they would come and share are Mona Anderson, who had 8 sponsors in her central branch last month, and Gina O'Neill, who has 6 sponsors in her branch last month. And if anybody else that I contacted is here, I'm going to do a quick round through. But Mona, would you consent to sharing with our friends on how you influence these sponsors on your team?
And we had 9 because one of my branches sponsored one. So it's 9 for the
Forget
district.
it. So good.
That was really cool. Also, so I say thank you. I'm just so happy to share because I hope it helps someone else because the whole division, we want our English division to blossom. So what I started with was the expectation. Just write it down like Jackie says, set that goal. And my goal was to promote 5 this year. So I bought 5 purses in Orlando ready to give away to my new managers. And we have 2 of them given away, we got 3 to go. So set that goal, write it down, whatever it is. Do one little thing, just one little thing, and then say to yourself, well, that was easy. Whether you talk or schedule or show or do something, just say to yourself that was easy, no matter the result. We invite, they decide. That's what we do. Find your verbiage, whatever it is. For years, I teach skincare. As ineffective as that was, it still worked for me. I teach skincare. We deliver wellness. Let's pamper you and a few friends. Find your verbiage and improve it if it needs to be. I went into January with 5 parties on the calendar, so I was set up for success. We know that parties are still the best way to give us confidence and show the product. I used what worked for me at this time. I wasn't using the Hostess, the Royal Jelly Body Complex, that honkin' big jar. They want that honkin' big jar and nothing more. They get nothing more. That's all they got. And now that from last night's training, thanks to Jackie, I will use the Hostess program more effectively and train my consultants so it's more duplicatable. So we held 10 parties from January to May over a 5-month period. No exceptional Hostess prep. If actually probably even poor Hostess prep. But some were long-term customers, some were 4 generations using Jafra, others were new clients that I have just met in the last month or 2. So just, some Hostess prep, I do have an email that I send out. But one party on April 20th was 7 guests, 5 scheduled, and she promoted. Boom, and one party. So we can be done because I present the kits up front as the better buy. So I talk about the Beauty Insider account and its benefits as part of the introduction. So they're all set, geared into that expectation. So during the introduction, before the facial, we introduced the sense of wholesale shopping and also income benefits. But I do this after the handshell. I start every get together with an almond handshell or olive because they come to the table impressed. And once they're impressed with that first experience, they expect to be impressed with the rest of it. Whatever, even if you don't show it, they know that they'll be impressed. So we sponsored 30, actually 32, because 2 aren't in the books because they wouldn't give me their social security number. And we'll put those 2 on after the new program kicks in because I'm treating them like new consultants. They've got their kit, but they're not on the books. So we promoted 1 in April and 1 in May. And at the end, I said, well, that was easy.
Well, that was easy, she said.
So, Mona, so let's go back to last month. Oh my gosh, it's been a joy. We get to do our Minnesota meetings every other month here, and just watching the room and the tables get longer and longer and more full and more full. And we had the joy of meeting. There she is. Sharon, can we say hi?
Sharon.
Okay, Sharon, I'm going to have you unmute Sweet Pea.
Am I unmuted now?
Yay, yes. So welcome, Sharon. She is Mona's newest manager. New manager just promoted June 1st. So welcome, Sharon, to the Leader family. Yay. Oh my gosh. So just out of curiosity, since you're here, what now? I mean, she went to her first meeting last night. She had this party promoted last month. She even already has a future manager, by the way, Laura, right? And so what is the experience like for you? Here you are, with Mona, your team is growing and kind of just rolling into it. But now last night you had a little view and you're seeing all that's here. Anything you would like to share on what this experience has been like for you and what excites you about this business?
Well, it was very exciting. I never thought I would get here to this point. Thank you, Mona. And it's given me just a great excitement for the business, for Jafra, and to experience more of the products myself. And I did set up 3 facials for next week. Boom, boom, boom. I just called, set them up, got it going. And so I'm doing that, and hopefully they'll, we can branch out to parties. But wasn't able to get the parties, but I got the facials. So that's a start. So excited to be in the business, really impressed with Jafra, and I've been looking for this product for a long time, and now I found it. Never knew about Jafra till I was exposed at the party that I attended that Mona hosted. So
That was in March. So Sharon was sponsored in March.
That's fantastic. So Mona, how did you meet Sharon, and then how did that move to a party?
I met Sharon from another party. Parties, big parties. And Sharon, it was at Honkin' Royal Jelly, right?
Yep, it was. Yep. I got sunburned in Florida really bad. So I went to the party in March, went down to Florida the beginning of April, got very sunburned, even though, we try to use sunscreen, but I didn't have the Java sunscreen at that point. But I used the Royal Jelly. I thought for sure I was going to blister and peel, and it was just awesome. Couple days gone, kind of a light tan. It was wonderful. So it was really impressive.
So cool. So again, Mona, it's the parties. And if you think about it, ladies and gentlemen, it's on average 2 parties a month. But Mona has promoted 2 branches, 1 each month, by these parties. As you heard, her stellar party had 7 guests, 5 scheduled, and a new branch promoted. And the best part is, like Sharon, the parties continue, and now she has a future manager. We saw Joe Beth, Mona's other new manager as well, who came right from a party as well. And she had sponsoring last month. So it's really just showing them, in Mona's words, the simple, easy way. So we love that. Sharon, we have a question from one of your friends here, Dia, one of our leaders. She said, Sharon, what did you say to book 3 facials?
So I told them that I was new in the company and that I needed to maybe get to know the products more, and I'd like them to come and share that experience with me. And I said that I've been looking for a skincare program for many years, and I found it. And I said, I'm very impressed with it, like to share it with you. And they were very open to it. And one gal just got fired or lost her job last Friday. So she was very open, even asking me questions about Jafra. So definitely we will be talking about the business with her. So
love it. So again, in Mona's words, I guess that was easy. So congratulations. It was great to meet you last night, Sharon, with real hugs. We had so much celebration last night in Minnesota with Mona and Sharon and the whole team. So thank you, Mona, for sharing. Welcome to the team, Sharon. Go ahead, Mona.
Okay, that was easy. Comes from the workshop that I paid for with BJ Strum. That was one of her concepts.
Pop mindset. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Pop mindset. BJ Strami, one of your leaders here, Jafra Friends, does a fantastic training seminar. So thank you, ladies, for sharing. We so appreciate you. Okay, Jack, we are back to you.
Love it. Gina O'Neill, come on up, unmute and get on up here, because we want to hear about your sponsoring influence experience in May.
Well, I got your voicemail, and I thought I was supposed to talk about sales, but anyways, I can talk about sponsoring. That's fine.
Talk about whatever you want, but this is the thing.
Yeah, but anyways, no problem. But basically, what it is the constant sponsoring is on a consistency basis. Is that goal in front of me where it's always staring at me is that $500 quarterly bonus. That is one of my ultimate goals, and I really strive to achieve it. So one of the things that I did because of the trip, you know how they gave you 2 in February, for every one you sponsor. So you just kick it right off the bat. Gave myself a kickstart that way. And how do I look for consultants? What is difficult here since I moved here It's like a whole new learning curve. And I'll tell you, nobody's outside. Everybody's talking about doing stuff outside. It's 113 here. No, you will burn up. You will be disappearing, if you step foot outside. So trying to find more indoor activities and just getting my feet, around. So I do a lot of looking for people on the internet, and I do look for former consultants. So, if you became a consultant, why did you give it up? Basically, having the interview, if you can get a hold of them and say, this is the time to come back in. And I give them like special offers. If budget is an issue, then I help them and say, take a look at one of our $25 kits. And yes, you're going to get 30%. But if you help me with doing X, Y, and Z to reach what I need to do, plus it'll help you get back in and enjoy everything you love, let's go ahead and bump that up to a 40% off. So that's kind of how I did some of the sponsoring. And then should I go on to sales now?
Yes.
Okay.
We love the hot seat with you.
All right. But anyways, I didn't even look at the trip in terms of, I knew I got my sponsoring done, but the thing about it is, I was so much in the hole. I thought, oh, no way. And then I don't know what happened, but I think what I would call it is that I consider this to be customer service. So I got on the phone and I did my call multiplier, did the messages out. And I told him, I could use a little help from my team. So I explained the situation, and I sent out 100 of these call multiplier messages because I'm cheap. I didn't want to pay for the big program. So I did a little one. So anyway, I got 12 responses back. And I said, would you help me? Because you saw the note. And they go, yes, I'll help you. So that's the nice thing about having a team. They love to help you when they can. So I offered them basically channeling through my own sales because I get 50. So I looked at the consultants that haven't ordered for a while, and I know they love it, and it's maybe budget issues. So I help them and say, hey, would you consider ordering at least $100? You would normally get 30, but let's bump it up to 40. And I did the same thing for $200. I said, let's get you there right at 50. Boom, they're ordering. I had like maybe 5 consultants that went, $500-600. They didn't even know what the heck they were doing as long as they heard the 50%. So it's basically, I call it customer service. So when you think about how you look at everybody because each person is really different, and I treat them individually, because I've known them for a long time, and to find out what they want, not really what I want, but what they want really helps me in the long end, right? That's my goal. And I did the same thing for my customer calls too. I called clients that had an order for a while, and you know how it is, they didn't get around to it, or again, budget issues. So this was a great opportunity to really splurge and pamper themselves, because why not? I always say, if you don't buy something for yourself, gift it to yourself first, because nobody else is going to do it. So that is one of the things I always say. And, to me, I didn't think it was reachable that I was going to earn the trip. But what was the thing is, I've always taught my team to say, go for it. Do the best that you can, because you know what? It's better than sitting there and doing nothing, because you're always going to be going further along down the path that you would like to be or going. And you're just going to be surprised of where you're going to end up. So that's basically how I've always treated everybody in terms of, let them know, hey, we got the $200 bonus. Go out there and do it. Let me help you. We'll do the 300 or the 3-way call. We'll do whatever it takes to get you there, to make sure that to share and to help is basically, and that's what customer service is all about. Because you don't get that anywhere. Nothing, nothing around here. You know, you're lucky you get, you know, your service at a restaurant if they bring your food out. That's it. So basically, just customer service is the general rule. When you treat everybody and you think about what their needs are, and in turn, it pays you back to where you want to go. So I don't know, I kind of looked at my trip here or my notes here, and that's basically how I got to where I am currently right now. So right now I'm trying to finish up the $500 quarterly bonus, and it's getting really close, down to needing 3. But anyways, I wanted to take a real quick note. I do a lot of farmers markets here, and I know everybody's display is gorgeous. I wish I could do that, but me, I throw everything out as much as possible. Because, you know, I treat myself like a store. You don't go to Target and go, oh, it's too much stuff here, I can't look. No, I just go out there and just jam it full. And they just look and they go, oh, you have this and you have that. Oh my gosh. You know, it's like Mentori's, you know, bringing everything, the store to them. They're coming to shop with me and they're looking at the store. They're not going to shy away and go, oh my God, she's got way too much stuff. I'm afraid to go in. Come on, you know, you go to Target, you go to Walmart, you go to, you know, the Ultra Shop or even Sephora, you know, they're just jam packed with everything. And nobody's afraid to go in there, really. So you give them the customer service when they go to your store and say, what can I help you with? We have these specials. Are you looking for this? Are you looking for that? It's just like, you know, like in the old days when somebody would come up and help you at the store when you go shopping. So I have to end with this funny joke. I love this one comedian from Finland. And he says he has this, you know, English issue, and you know what, it took him years to kind of realize what people are saying. It at the end, he just goes on about different examples. And he says, you know, when you go to the store and somebody says, can I help you? And he says, no, they really mean go away. But no, we're not that way at all. So I just love that because, you know, it's right. They don't even hardly say that, but when they do say that, they really mean go away.
Well, and Gina has the benefit of her, we'll call it the customer service manager, Brian, who's willing to cart in about 10 loads from the car, even in 113 degrees. So if you have a handy helper like Brian, you too can bring the store. Don't just teasing, but no, she does.
I know,
the store
exactly. Exactly, because somebody says, look, I bought this cart. I go, no, I have a cart. He's right here.
He's always pulling the cart. That's
Gina,
for
I want to
sure.
comment something.
Yeah, go.
Yes. Can I comment on that?
For sure.
This beautiful display you saw up there, that's for when I'm doing a large events like Expos, that's 3 days. My farmer's market table looks nothing like that at
Good.
all.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
it's nothing like that. We trade it out. We bring in the wicker baskets, the bundles, the you know, fruit, and you know, and then I got skincare, sun care. It totally looks nothing like that. So it varies depending on what event we're doing. And I don't like to have too much. Too much is overwhelming.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is where it's the location that basically is that you get that once a month opportunity.
Right.
And you're going to go out there and just show everybody, you know, all the beautiful. I don't bring 400. Come on. I only bring what's on sale for the month. So I change it up every month.
Yeah.
So that's basically what I do. And it looks pretty full, but you know, you're going to just have so much space and you want to really advertise because that's what we are. We have everything in 4 categories. I bring it all out in every single category. So
awesome.
Anyway.
Well, congratulations. So far, I think we have 1 to go, but we do want to say, Mona, great job influencing 8 sponsors, 9. and influencing our new leader, Sharon there. So happy you found your skincare, but so happy you found our Jafra Leader family as well. We have Gina, who had 6 sponsors and went over her number of orders goal by 27. Mentori with 4 at $1,000 or more. So again, thank you. And I think Jackie P, I think you've got one more to go.
2 more. Actually, I have 2 more to go.
Go
But
for it.
let's stay in that number of orders goals column. Bravo, Gina. Well done. I have another little friend here who has also sold over her number of orders goals in her branch. Cecilia, can you come around?
Okay, I'm here.
There she is. Cecilia, your team went over your number of orders goals for May. Can you share a little bit on how you did it?
Well, first of all, May was the month that the qualifications for the trip ended. And so I told the team the mindset had to shift, because at the end of the month, and especially at the end of trip month, things get pretty hectic and could be very stressful. And you know, at the end of the month, if a lot is going on, there's always that possibility that the system could crash or things could run very slow. It could be forever for your orders or your payments to even post. So it's very important for the team to think differently, to start early, and to remember all of this is about self-care, eliminating stress, eliminating waiting to the last minute. It's all about taking care of yourself, self-care, self-health, okay? And that's what we're going to try and be all about going forward. And our VIP consultants, especially, you know, those that are committed to being VIPs, they know that they're going to meet the qualification of $400 or more every month. So why wait until the end of the month? We are not spring chickens, so we might as well get started early. And by doing so, that allows us to have more time to focus on promoting our business. It gives us more time to look for other people that may be interested in our products and other people that are interested in being potential consultants. So that's what we're looking at. Like I said, going forward, we're going to start early. And also, by doing so, you also, especially if you're looking for people to join your team, if you plant that seed early, that gives them time to really think about it, because a lot of times people are not going to give you an answer right away, and you're going to end up at the end of the month with a lot of people sitting on the fence that are going to carry over until the next month sitting on that fence, and some will be on that fence forever. So let's not wait until the very end. Let's start early and get the job done. And that's it in a nutshell. The key is to change your mindset.
I love that. And not only because it takes the stress off of me watching everybody at the end of the month, but it takes the stress off of your leaders and your teammates. If everybody's just doing the work earlier, it's the same work, right? I love that. Thank you so much, Cecilia. I always love when you share, because it's very calm, so even.
I'm just a
There's no
woman of
stress.
few words.
I love it. And I love it when you deign to share with us. It's my favorite. Thank you so much. My last friend that's going to share today is going to share on VIPs. Okay. And we all have the culture of VIP in our teams is so important in creating that culture in VIP. And I want to shout out Janice Todd. You have 9 VIPs on your team currently. And I want to know how that culture of VIP is something that you like harness up on your team and let it ride. You're muted, my love. Come back to me. Yay.
Ditto to everything that everybody has shared.
Yes.
The biggest thing that I can say that I probably bring to the table that I didn't hear is every time I text my Jafra team and somebody's talking, I can't hear you.
Can't either.
Every time I share something with my Jafra team, it's always, hey, Jafra family, we're meeting tonight on Zoom. So I call my Jafra team my family. And so we pray for each other. We have a community just like Mentori, her and the way she runs her team. I've always looked at Mentori and admired her, and she has inspired me to create that same group and team that she has, to have it with me. If you have fun with your team's going to have fun with you. The other thing that I'll tell you, and I have to get up and turn off my timer because I didn't know where y'all were going to put me, and I put a timer on. I'm sorry. Hang on.
Okay.
It's going off.
It is a-okay. I'll take this second while Janice is running to shout out some other VIP influencers. Vicky Hacking had 18 and Lisa Washington had 18. Holy Hannah, well done. I love to see it. Go ahead, Janice.
Okay, so another thing that I would say that I bring to the table is recognition. We meet twice a month in the summer, but in the winter and all other months, we meet every Monday. So if you recognize your people and if you're recognizing them weekly, not saying you're giving a gift, but you're coming online with them, you're sharing with them weekly the successes that have happened on our team. So I take pictures at all events, and because I call it my Jafra family, I will have what I call a family photo inserted in my Zoom. So you share the family photos, you talk about what they did at their event. If they had a display, I have them send that display to me by text message, on Messenger, and by email, so that what they're doing, I'm not just displaying numbers. I'm not just displaying how they do it. I actually get them to speak, as you have shared, many of you have shared, but I show their wares. As leaders, we sometimes share our wares and we share what we're doing, and our PowerPoint is about us a lot of times, but in my training, my PowerPoint and what I do is about my team. Their pictures are there, their displays are there, and they're recognized weekly. If you recognize your team weekly, girl, they're going to follow you. They're going to want that text message, and it becomes very addictive.
Love it. I love it. Thank you so much. You guys are so great at so many things, and I love to see you share it all together. If you have any questions about anyone's stuff that they've done and they've shared on, ask away. I would love to continue this conversation in the WhatsApp group or anywhere. You guys are all rock stars. You're amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, you guys. Yay.